Hello and welcome to Social Church. We've got a question today that is having a massive and serious impact across Christianity, not only in the Western world, but across the whole globe. We're going to be answering the question, what is the prosperity gospel? To answer this question, I've got my friend on the phone, Conrad Mbewe, who really is an expert in this field. He's authored a book alongside John Piper called Prosperity, Seeking the True Gospel. So Conrad, thank you so much for your time. What is the prosperity gospel?
The prosperity gospel is really the overall teaching of a section of the Christian church that suggests to people very strongly that what Jesus Christ came for, what he came to give to us, is a life that is free from suffering, a life in which anything that we need, in fact, even want for ourselves, he should provide it to us. And that the only reason why we don't have that is a failure on our part, a lack of faith on our part. And consequently, if we can only plug into that source of power, that source of blessing, we will really experience heaven here on earth in terms of material blessing. So that's what the prosperity gospel really is. And the tendency of those preachers who are of that mindset is to go into the Bible looking for verses that seem to suggest blessings from God without really doing a proper exegesis, a proper analysis of the context, so that they can see the broader picture in which those verses are. It's become very common right across Africa, and it's gone beyond simply, needing a fat bank account and an expensive car outside with a luxurious house. It's now going into literally anything. In other words, if you are unable to get married, go to this preacher, he'll pray for you, and you have a spouse. If you are not conceiving, go to this preacher, he'll pray for you, and you conceive, and so on and so forth. And what is worse is that these preachers are now even asking for money, depending on how big a blessing you want. And consequently, a lot of people have been financially defrauded. And that's what's causing African governments now to say enough is enough, and they are moving in. It's unfortunate, but they need to protect their own citizens. So that's the prosperity gospel on African soil, a slightly different animal from what it is out in the West.
Thank you, Conrad. The prosperity gospel is so dangerous and is having a massive impact against Christianity, not only in the Western world, but all across the globe. The prosperity gospel is a false gospel, leading you to a false relationship with a false Jesus that really has nothing to do with Christianity at all. That will almost encourage you to have a relationship with God where it becomes like a genie-like relationship, waiting for your next request. The prosperity gospel is a much wider problem than you might imagine, and it's slipping into mainstream teaching all the time. So many common authors and preachers that you will find on YouTube has truth mixed with this doctrine, and it's so dangerous. For some really crucial resources, please check out our bookshop, www.wearesocialchurch.com. We've got a couple of books in there that you'll find really helpful, including Conrad's book that he wrote with John Piper, Prosperity, Seeking the True Gospel. Also, we'd love to answer your question. If you'd like to submit a question for us to answer in a later episode, please do so by writing to us on our website. Thanks a lot for listening. See you soon.